Good evening, everyone. We're going a bit more. I know usually we have the just chatting screen here at the beginning, but seeing as we are having a little bit of. Well, we're playing a game that doesn't require me to focus on it as much, I decided to just head straight into it since this game's really more meant to be sort of background noise slash productivity timer. So, this is Spirit City Lo-Fi, which has had a bit of an update, but, and I'm going to go ahead and set us up for an activity since they had a couple of updates, meaning they got a couple of new spirits to attract. So, after dinner stretches, that means this is probably going to be evening, I would presume, with activity probably at the fireplace, or not. Wait, what am I attracting by reading in my bed in the evening? Oh, playing a game in my bed. Got it. They have a couple of new spirits. I don't know how to feel about the Among Us one, but that's just kind of where we're at. By the way, are you able to hear it okay? No, you cannot hear it at all. I have not set that up. Okay. I might actually want to check some things while we're at it here. For those of you who are wondering what that big long wall of text was earlier, so I have been trying to make the YouTube experience at least somewhat closer to what it's like on Twitch. So I was trying to basically make it so that the make it so that the experience is close, if not identical. I might need to make some adjustments, though, because it looks like it's treating them as though they're on both things, which is unusual. So that may be what we're working on today. But before that, a little bit of announcements. So, this Tuesday, we are going to be playing Yakuza, because we're going to return back to the rotation now that the little, might have two pools. It is quite possible. I don't know how Mix It Up, which is the bot that I'm using to facilitate some of these, for lack of a better word, proxy regimes on YouTube, on the YouTube side of things. So, that's it. That's probably going to take a moment. Okay. That's weird, though, because I set those as YouTube exclusive. They should only be operating on YouTube. Which is... What are you doing, bud? Sorry. My thoughts are getting away from me. I blame the heat. Yes, so, next Tuesday, we are playing Yakuza. We are going to get to the bottom of Tachibana, a realty company, if I don't get distracted with some other side quest first, which is highly likely. It is a very in-depth game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And next Friday, I am going to be playing Worshippers of Cthulhu again. So, that's kind of what we're up to this week. I think it's going to be fun, a little bit of a return to form, as it were. Can we stop with the drumming? Huh? I have a file cabinet by my desk. I keep documents in it. Little Cawthorn is banging his ring upon it, and it is making a noise. Okay. Yes, just hear smack, smack, smack of a plastic cup. But as for projects I'm planning on working on today, I suppose I should start with checking on mix-it-up settings a bit. It seems like that's requiring a bit of work on my end. Alright. Let's see what I can do to fix this, because they're supposed to be YouTube exclusive, just to... Because they're kind of... Like I said, they are proxies of... Oh, I know what's going on here. Okay. These ones were not linked to the platform, that's why they went wonky. Okay. Save that one. Change that one. But yes, I have a few projects I can work on other than fixing things that need fixing, and that thing I need to fix. And that would be writing and a little bit of what's it? Oh, that's right. Just getting everything all situated regarding that. I have had a little bit of experience with Mix It Up. It's a very fun bot, but sometimes it doesn't work entirely how I intended, which is a little bit frustrating. Oh, right. I didn't welcome everyone in. Sorry, all the stuff happening at once kind of got me a little... Welcome in, Sort of a Demon. Welcome in the Good Convo, and welcome in Loading Delayed. I hope you are having wonderful days. I am so sorry. A lot of stuff happened all at once, so it kind of just made my focus go forward. Okay, events. YouTube channel stream start. It's supposed to be triggered when that happens. Unlock command. Command type. Chat. It doesn't look like there's much I can do to change that, so hopefully it doesn't cause too much havoc. Although, strictly speaking, it really should have triggered as soon as the YouTube stream went live, but it didn't. Which is more than a little peculiar. Alright. So, I think I got it kind of checked. Although, loading, I don't... You might have Tulpooza points, but the CCI shares that I have for YouTube at the same rate as points here don't really transfer. And also, at least for Twitch, the redeems don't really work because they're basically all just sound redeems that I have for points. Alright. I hope everyone is well. Let's get to the project. I'm actually kind of torn a little bit myself because... Little Cawthorn, what you got? What you got, bud? You know, it's really concerning when he toddles off when I say what you got, because then he's like, he knows he has something he's not supposed to have. I'm gonna go grab it from him. Okay, back at it. Where was I? My brain. My brain go places. I don't want brain go places. I want brain focus, but brain no focus. I am actually kind of feeling the art bug, so I will draw. Also, I have been looking into... There we go. Looks like it's working now. Just because I've been bitten by the urge to draw again, and I would like to indulge. So I'm going to. Worst part about drawing sometimes is I sometimes draw a lot of details that I know no one's going to see. Like, my current project is working on Mr. Cawthorn, partially transformed into his true form, sitting in a very fancy chair. You know, like one of those ones that has the buttons on it. And, yeah, no one's going to see the buttons because it's covered by Mr. Cawthorn's body. But am I drawing them? Yes. Why? Because apparently if I draw an object, I must draw the whole object. Yes, that is a remote. Thank you. I just hear his little thank you. Adorable. No, no. Hi. You gonna be okay to sit there? Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh, I see what this is. you want my tablet? No, you are too young for that. You are too young for a tablet, my young one. It is a problem because like he's at the age where he's curious about. Hey, bud. Hi. Hey. Do you need your drawing stuff? Do you need your drawing stuff? There you go. There you go. Out the hood. Alright. But yeah, I've looked into what it would take to what is it? Stream the program I use on because what I draw on is an iPad, right? So it's not really like innately I can stream this from my iPad, if that makes sense. But it suits my needs. It's very easily portable to carry around, so like a lot of times when I draw, I am drawing while I'm on break at work. But yeah, that's kind of it. And I've kind of been playing around with an idea I had in my head regarding some characters in my setting and drawing a few of them as basically tarot cards. I thought that might be kind of a fun concept. So I am drawing currently as sort of a prototype, like I said, Mr. Cawthorn sitting in an office chair, backlit by moonlight, and that card is going to be the Emperor of the, I think it's called, what, the Major Arcana? I don't know all that much about tarot myself. I just think the cards are neat. But yeah, for what was happening earlier, Little Cawthorn was grabbing at my stylus, and basically he was kind of fussing when I didn't let him have it. So I thought, hey, let's get him one of his safe drawing materials, and that's how we handled that. I have to take a break later on just to put little Gothorn to bed, just because he goes to bed at about. We try to put him to bed at around 7ish, and it's about. I think 16 now. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you think you tested things, and then turns out things don't work the way you want them to. That's unfortunately just kind of how it is. It's unfortunate, but true. Alright. What's up, bud? Also, I think I'm going to turn it up a little bit just so that y'all can hear it a little better. Let's change the music a little bit. I'm actually getting kind of. There we go. Get that UI a little out of the way, at least until we actually get a confirmation that we're getting the ghost. I wonder where the stretch happens, because it looks like it happens in the main home. Actually, that reminds me, they're doing another DLC for this game, kind of like the Cozy Kitchen update. It's apparently you can ride a train now too. It's not out yet, but you can ride the train. I'm gonna take a sip of my drink real fast. Alright. So a little bit of shading here. Yeah, I hope everybody's having a good day. My day's going pretty alright. Heat aside, I've elaborated multiple times about how I don't do too good when it's hot. Loading actually did a funny post the other day that was basically saying, I feel like a melting ice pop, and then she literally included a drawing of it, of just a melting ice pop shaped like her head. It's very funny, actually. Oh, I need to erase a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna look into it again because maybe I was just looking in the wrong place. Because I do actually want to share with what I'm drawing. It's just again, I don't know how to stream what is on my iPad directly into. See what I would need. Wireless arrays connection or wire connection. You'll need a cable, capture card. I think the only problem I can see with this is that it might run out of battery while I'm using it. But then again, my streams are only a couple hours long, so might work. Actually, I'm just gonna test something real fast in the YouTube chat. Huh, that one doesn't seem to be working. Oh, never mind. It did work. Good. Alright, now the question is, do they sell Amplify adapter? Oh, they do! I'm actually surprised. I am very much surprised. So theoretically, if I get that, I could actually use a capture card on my iPad and have draw screens. That could be interesting. Every now and again, anyway. This is just kind of okay. I'm just kind of confused because I've had it switch playlists on me before. And I'd rather it not do that. Oh, right. This is that update I was talking about. Spirit City All Aboard. It's a DLC expansion that's coming out. I'm intrigued. I'm more intrigued with that than the Among Us collab, which I still think was like, it don't fit here. I kind of feel the same way about Terraria and Palworld. I mean, it's like, yes, I mean, do what you want, the devs will do what they want, but it's just like, as a writer, I'm like, what you're gonna collab with gotta fit what you're making. Although there is one, I guess you could say, advantage I've found to streaming on YouTube. It's mostly just kind of a personal thing with how I've been uploading VODs in the past. It does mean I don't have to spend as much time editing and uploading, which is a huge time saver on my end, because then I could just, oh! Realm of Light, thank you for the daily sacrifice.
To Corvid Communications Incorporated.
I hope you are well, friend. Good evening. We're just playing a little Spirit City Lo-Fi, just kind of having those chill vibes. Just trying to make sure things are working like they're supposed to. I hope you are well. I'm personally working on a drawing that I've been working on for a little while now, and also finding out some errors with the YouTube equivalents of the sound redeems I have for points, and other redeems I have for points. Because I'm trying to... Royce G Gaming, welcome in. I hope you're well as well. I'm working on a drawing and also found out what I could potentially do so that eventually I might be able to stream with my tablet so that I can show you what I am drawing. Because I am a bit on a drawing bug tonight. If I am being perfectly honest. I'm good, driving up to my grandparents. I'm not driving my dad. I'm doing well. It's cooled off a little bit. It's only about 10 degrees, but it's still nicer than being in the 90s all the time. And, like I said, just drawing and hanging out. Like I said, these are usually more laid-back streams. I'm more able to focus on chat a bit, so if you have, like, lore questions or just kind of questions in general, feel free to ask. Certain subjects obviously are unpermitted. Like, for example, as my chat rules state, do not try to sell me something I don't appreciate it. I'm the business person. I do the selling here. But yeah, Royce, thank you for the day's sacrifice. Hope you're doing all right. I hope Phoenix Wright was good for you today. But yeah, I'm working on a little project, which is usually what these horrific hangouts are. It just kind of gives me a little bit of time to work on projects that, just due to life being a little bit crazy, I don't always have the time to work on that I would prefer. Just because, for those of you who don't know, I work a full-time job outside of stream, and I'm also a parent to a 2-year-old. So obviously, like, my attention is not always I'm not always able to make content at the rate I personally would like to. But like I said, it's just kind of the nature of things. So that's why I make these every now and again, because I want to be able to work on things, and this gives me time to do so without, breaking schedule and a bunch of other stuff. Currently, what am I working on? Drawing buttons on a fancy office chair. That is a detail that, due to the nature of what I'm drawing, no one will actually see, but I'm drawing it because I can't not draw it. But I will also say I am not the best artist. I just am drawing because I enjoy drawing. That, and, you don't get better unless you try. And I, for one, am not going to resort to AI to produce assets and character art. I'm just going to learn how to do it myself. It's AI, because AI art is for chumps. Yeah, that's exactly it, as long as I'm having fun with it. But that's kind of the thing. Like, I'll never get, like, good at art unless I actually make art. Like, for example, Loading drew my model. Loading drew all of my models, and I don't know what her art looked like early on in life, but I doubt she was able to draw this perfection unless she spent some time drawing herself. The first step to getting good at something is to suck at something, after all. Ooh, I'm hearing a little bit of that. Well, being honest, AI art shows just want the product, they don't care about the process. Well, that's the thing, like, I would, if I had the money, I would buy a handcrafted, it's kind of like furniture, it's like, the only reason I buy, like, cheap or cheap furniture is oftentimes just because that's what I can afford. Art, however, is free. As far as, like, making it. It does not cost money to learn to draw. Like, a pencil is like you can buy a bunch of pencils for $1. You can buy paper for pretty cheap. It's not expensive to learn how to do art. The only thing you really have to spend a whole lot of in art, though it does kind of depend on the medium, is time. Time and practice. That is how you get good at art. Like, for example, me, I'll admit to sometimes getting reference images to trace for shapes. Like, for example, drawing hands is a pain in the butt. But for drawing hands on some of the art I have made in the past, I have literally taken a picture of my hand, like a photo, and just kind of superimposed it into the drawing and traced over it so that I had a better idea of what a hand in the position I was trying to draw would look like, because hands are a pain. And if your art style looks like, if you're drawing your own stuff and it just kind of looks somewhat similar to someone else's, that's okay. Directly copying somebody obviously isn't, but, like, all art is inspired. Yeah, using reference is normal. Like, for example, again, drawing bird wings. Bird wings are also very, very hard to draw. I've gotten a reference image of a bird's wing from Google Images, and I have, like, used that multiple times to draw bird wings just because drawing bird wings is tough. Do you know how many feathers a bird... Do you know how... Yes, time, little Cawthorn. But yes, I'm glad you're not watching stream while driving. I would rather you be safe than watch stream if... I'd rather you be safe than watch stream. Be safe. Don't stream and drive. But yeah, that's kind of it as far as that goes. But as far as what I'm working on, I think I told Royce about this a while ago. I have considered, for the setting that Corvid Communications exists in, drawing a lot of the major characters and monsters as part of the major arcana for a tarot deck. And I am drawing Mr. Cawthorn first just because, A, I've always wanted to draw him partially transformed, and because I just thought he'd be the best place to start since he was the character from which all of it started. So he's the first. However, he's not the fourth. Oh, also, if you'll check the point redeems on the Twitch side of things, you'll notice that there's new icons for quite a few of the redeems. That is because I have decided to do some fun stuff because I wanted to. I wanted to give more, What's wrong? What's wrong, bud? What's the matter, bud? You getting tired? Alright. What's the matter? What's the matter, Bob? Did you lose your marker? Did you lose your marker? Why did you choose the Emperor for him, may I ask? Well, part of that is because, High Priest didn't quite... Just... Where's your marker, bud? There you go. But yes, for why I chose the Emperor, it's because it is most fitting because, basically, Corvid Communications Incorporated is one of the largest of the corporations in my setting. Because part of the whole premise is that most major corporations that exist in the setting are run by supernatural entities. Cults of cosmic monsters, witches. There's a pharmaceutical company run by witches. There is literally I literally just completely straight up made it a alternate version of the Cthulhu mythos in that the deep ones of the of Shadows over Innsmouth had a bit of a comeback and are now running a fishery business. So yeah, I chose that because Corvid Communications is the most prevalent as far as usage and reach of the corporations. So technically, he is the Emperor, although humanity is still kind of hanging on by a thread, partially because if humanity got their crap together and figured out what was going on, well, most of the major corporations would be screwed, but due to the fact that they operate in the shadows and bribe and buy out government officials and do other unethical things, it leads to basically most of humanity being ignorant and most of the ones that are aware being thoroughly terrible. And that's just kind of how it goes. Oh, we got a spirit. Perfect time during a break, too. We found the bogus. Alright, go to spirit decks. I'll admit, this is probably one of the few times I feel like they did a bit of a misstep in this. Yes, a bogus. Why is this? Oh, there we go. Why is my spirit dex not working? Pause? Do I need to lower some stuff? Do I need to change my activity? Oh, sorry. Speaking of spirits, which one's your favorite so far? So, personally, okay, wardrobe, spirit companion. My favorite has got to be, as a person who is forgetful, I like this note guy. I like the ink guy. And I really, 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 really like the doggo and kitty. But that is just because I absolutely adore dogs and cats. Very adorable. Timothy. Alright, so we need to find a way to strike. Oh, there we go. Yes, whoopee. But yeah, perfectly valid. There's no such thing as an invalid opinion when it comes to stuff like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite spirit? What's your favorite Pokemon? All opinions are valid. Thank you for the spinach scrap, buddy. Where did you get? I thought I threw this away. Where did you get this? Hey, this is not a tit for tat exchange. You don't trade me spinach scraps and then you get access to my computer mouse, buddy. Alright. I'm gonna go toss these. Be right back. Also, he seems to have lost his marker. Boy, what you doing? Here you go. Alright. Oh. So yeah, it's kind of like what's your favorite Pokemon. It's like, the opinion is like, it doesn't really matter. Each opinion on favorite Pokemon and whatnot is equally valid. You know? Like I said, the reason I like the note takey eye is because, like, well, writing and stuff like that is what I do. So, like, yeah, of course I like it. You little rascal. Minimized. I like the book literature theme. Feature tense. Yeah, that, like I said, I get that. But like I said, to me, it's like, I write, so I like the little ink blot guy. I like to choose which one I use depending on what I'm actually working on. Which is a shame because the cat's not linked to a specific task. Oh, look at the little guy. He's got a little ink arm coming out of him. Hello, little corn. Also, because it's implied Chapterpillars read fast, which I do. Yeah, I get it. I've finally gotten around to looking through House of Leaves a little bit again, and I find it's a very interesting read, don't get me wrong, but even if you're a fast reader, I think most people would struggle with reading it quickly. And that's just because of how it's written and formatted. It switches narrators and perspectives a lot. Mid-chapter. I'm not talking oh, yes, one chapter is this guy, one chapter is this guy. No, it does it repeatedly. The chapters I'm reading right now, it's shifting between the life of this guy who's I don't remember his name, I think it's Timothy Truan or something like that. And switching between that and this film review for a film called The Davidson Record. It doesn't actually exist. That was written by his elderly neighbor who goes by Zapano. One of those two, the accents kind of make it a little weird, and I'm not sure if it's Spanish or Italian. Anyway, but it switches to that mid-chapter because basically the main character, the truant guy, he's writing. He's reading and editing this dude's review, and he keeps switching between that and his personal life. And the things he's taking from the movie review are taken directly, as in, it's like the paper was cut into it. Although formatting is very important to the storytelling, from my understanding. But it also reads kind of like a creepypasta in that way, because again, it's multiple people, multiple narrators, and the horror is, at least in the section I am in, very subtle, because it's one of the first examples of, I would argue, liminal space in fiction, at least as far as the current understanding of that sort of design element goes. It's very interesting. That, and I actually have several other books I need to read, one of which being a couple of Stephen King books, one of which my dad actually gave me. Salem's Lot's his favorite, and I got Needful Things just because I was like, a business that you bargain with supernatural elements in order to get things you need. That leads to horrific things happening. Sounds right up my alley. And then I have The Ring, the book version of The Ring. The original version of The Ring, actually. That was translated to English, apparently. And there's, I think, about 3 or 4 more books, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, when Royce reads his book, I need to read that whole thing, too. I want to, too. Yes, Stephen King. I have thoughts on Stephen King. He's talented, don't get me wrong, but I find sometimes he gets a little long-winded. I read this... My grandfather gifted me a hardcover version of this very thick book. It had a date, and it was about the JFK assassination and time travel, but it took way, way, way too long to get into the actual story, which in turn kind of made me lose interest before it could really start getting good. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all for long books, but when the setting... I find it a lot easier to hold on to a book, a lengthier book, when your setting itself is fantastical, because I want to hear you explain all the stuff. But when it's kind of a more mundane setting, there's no... You're really being everything's perfectly normal. I kind of tend to be a bit. But maybe that's just because... literature is a form of escapism, is it? It's kind of why I personally don't like a lot of military shooters. It's why you'll probably never see me play COD on this channel. I don't enjoy military shooters, because to me it's I already hear enough about this shit in real life. Why would I want to play a video game about it? Plus, not my kind of horror. My favorite... I don't like the horrors of war, I like the horrors of monsters. That's my thing. I like supernatural stuff. But yeah, Stephen King's great. The book I've read of his that I've completely read of his was The Green Mile. That book was like it was a wonderful story. It was very tragic, but also was kind of heartwarming at the same time. It was nice. But of course, that's at different points in the book. And then, of course, my dad's favorite is Salem's Lot. He's told me it's his favorite book. He has never once actually explained what it's about, but he loaned me the book, so... win, I guess. And, like, he didn't just loan it to me either. He was like, I've read it multiple times. You can have this. And I'm like, thanks, Dad. Hey. Hey. Stop messing with the shelves. No. We might have to take a little bit of a... Hey. Buddy, I'm gonna have to recommend you get out of there. Alright. Gotta be safe. Gotta make sure it's safe. I have a feeling I'm gonna need to move those shelves down. But, yeah, that's kind of my take on Stephen King. Like, he has some good work, but he also has some stuff that's just straight out weird, and sometimes he can get a little long. However, I've also read some of his son's work. I don't remember the author, his name. I just know he doesn't mention King in his name, partially so that, he could publish, his works could kind of stand on his own merit rather than being constantly compared to his dad's. The book Heart-Shaped Box, it's about a rock star who purchases a dead man's coat, which turns out to have been cursed. And his adventure to break the curse. Very good story. Very, very interesting. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and get the name, because I feel it. Heart-Shaped Box. Heart-Shaped Box. Joe Hill is the pen name. What, would you stop that? Thank you. But yeah, he literally calls himself Joe Hill as his pen name just because he didn't want the comparisons between his works and his dad's, because he knew it would be inevitable if he released it under his own name. But yeah, his full name is what's up, Realm of Light? But yeah, his full name is Joseph Hillstrom King. So he just literally just took his first name, used the short version, used like half of his middle name. Yeah, it's a really good story, I would say. I mean, it does swear a little bit, but the main character's, like a rock star, so that's kind of, I would argue, a little bit of a given. So just, be warned about that. And I also think there is some... It's not explicit, but there is some mention of explicit topics, so, again, be mindful. You okay, bud? Stop messing with that, bud. looks like we got an ad break coming up here in a minute, and I'm probably going to use that time to put a little coffee to bed. Hey, what you doing, buddy? He likes hanging around my chair when I'm streaming. Unfortunately, lately it's come to relate to him messing with shelves, which is dangerous because I really don't want the shelves falling on him, and he is literally lifting them up. Share. Oh, I see. Alright. Well, I have a feeling I'm about to be sounded in a minute or two. Yep. There we go. But yeah, the help redeem only works for YouTube. I don't know why it did it earlier. But like I said, it just kind of explains how the redeems work, how much shares you need to do it, so. Alright, looks like it is working properly now. I do have mixed up setup. That didn't go. That's surprising. See if I can get it. Oh.
Welcome to McDonald's. Do you want a fucking cheeseburger?
Please. I just want to see my wife again.
Chicken nuggets.
Huh. That's odd. Looks like I'll have to take a look at some stuff again. Alright. And did I not save that one? That'll work. It's not working. You want to tap on the marker? There you go. I'm not sure what you want, buddy. Okay. Let me see if I can find it real fast. Okay, save that. Try it again. Oh, it's probably something to do with the overlay, I would think. Stuff overlay. Okay. Have that on. Wait. Okay, it's on the screen. What's the deal? Okay, I'm gonna take a guess here and say something changed. Because everything else is working fine, but the sounds are. Don't you worry, loading. I will get you that redeem. Play. That's great. Try refreshing the browser source in your software. Refresh browser when scene becomes active. Cache the current page. Okay, let's try it real fast again. Commons. There it is. Alright, let's try it. Oh, there we go. Okay, note to self. Make it so that the thing refreshes each time. Also, I'm going to go ahead and refund you points, letting play. Alright, let's see. Okay. Oh, got some. Okay, let's see how to do this. I correctly. Okay. Give it CCIS. Shares. How do I do this? Loading. Delay. 100. See if that works. It looks like it did not. Oh. Give signatures. How do I give them to two stuff? Oh, we got an ad break. We'll go on a brief intermission. Stress is a constant in life. Management at Corvid Communications understands this. Taking care of your bodily needs daily? Perhaps you have a family whose needs you also need to fulfill. Maybe you work long hours and don't get paid enough to make ends meet. Maybe you're tired of the drudgery of dealing with ungrateful, unpleasable customers. Life is hard, and while we could alleviate all your life's ills, we're choosing to help you with stress management, because that is the one that affects your longevity and productivity the most. Before we can understand how to manage stress, it may be helpful to know what stress is. Stress is defined as a state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or very demanding circumstances. For most people, there will always be times where the job seems stressful, though there are certain lazy, worthless souls for whom their job was always way too stressful. These are the sort that soon find themselves summarily unemployed. Immediate symptoms of stress are as follows: shortness of breath, headaches, upset stomach, racing heart, sweating, changes in appetite, dry mouth. Most everyone experiences this now and again in isolated incidents. However, if this stress is not managed, it can become chronic. Your body will remain in a fight or flight state, which can lead to problems such as insomnia, hair loss, heart disease, fluctuations in weight, high blood pressure, loss of interest in hobbies. Here at Corvid Communications, we expect your work to be your hobby. Therefore, we cannot afford you losing interest in your work. As such, the Department of Human Resources has created several strategies to help employees deal with individual stress incidents. Deep breathing. This technique is most effective during or after stressful situations. This is best used when you feel very overwhelmed. Perhaps your workload for the day seems insurmountable, It just seems as though it is simply impossible to complete your tasks for the day. If these feelings are starting to set in, stop all work activity for a moment. Sit up straight or stand. Take anywhere from 10 to 20 deep breaths. For best results, breathe from the stomach and take as deep of breaths as possible. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe at a slow, even pace. It may be wise to step away from your workstation for a moment while performing this exercise. However, spending too long away from your desk will result in disciplinary action. In addition to simply bringing feelings of stress to manageable levels, deep breathing exercises also lower blood pressure, increase energy, relieves pain, and relaxes the muscles. As demonstrated, not only does this exercise relieve stress, it can also help to manage the symptoms of chronic stress. That being said, this exercise alone may not always be sufficient. Meditation. Meditation is the act of giving your attention to only one thing, either as a religious activity or as a way of becoming calm and relaxed. While originally created as a religious practice, Corvid Communications assures you that there is no deeper meaning to our recommending this exercise. There may be times when you have just dealt with a very problematic customer. Perhaps they could not accept that it was against policy to help them. Perhaps they were yelling at you over the phone. Maybe they called you every nasty word they could think of. And it happened to be sufficient. Also, perfectly fine, Realm of Light. I just hope you're being safe. So, I was somewhere in my mind, but my mind draws a blank. Oh, I remember what I was doing. I was trying to get loading her shares back. Maybe I do it this way? Give shares. See if that fixes it. Doesn't look like it did. Maybe I need to do something else. Let's try it this way. See if that fixes it. There we go. Loading, I got your shares back. And also I have it so it refreshes with each scene change now, so hopefully we won't have any issues in the future regarding that. Alright, now the other question is, where was I on my drawing? Here's where I was on my drawing. Down. There we go. Ta-da. Now time to draw the base of the chair. That's trickier, I think. Also, I'm going to change up the music again. Or not. Never mind. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Alright. Here. Have I been working on not complete on a different transparency the whole time? Shit. That's less than good. Where's the redeem? Oh. Did I give it to the wrong person? That's... Actually, I wonder if we can fix that. Okay, looks like I need to do a little bit more testing, unfortunately. That's frustrating. Well, that's why I was hoping to test those a little bit, so you're running a field test to see some of the bigger issues with those. Base of the chair. That's what I was doing before. Set the goal for the chair rod. This. There. There. But yeah, as I was saying, Yakuza is up for next Tuesday, and what's up for Friday is next week is next Friday is Worshippers of Cthulhu. That's right. Especially now, I forgot how to actually sacrifice people to appease the great squiggly one down below. Some stuff in. Oh, quick art tip from a not-so-great artist. Never draw in completely black for coloring in. Because if you want anyone to see any detail at all, they're not going to if everything is all black all the time. Also, that's the front of this one. I'm following the wrong way. This here, put that. I like to on this one a little different. Think of it. Close to black. It's visible, if only barely. And now more coloring in. Coloring is great. It's very therapeutic. You know, unless you're coloring on the wrong layer, then it's very stressful. Although there are definitely some advantages of doing digital art rather than physical art, because with digital art, you can always go back and redraw it until it's absolutely how you want it. But of course, as a certain Afro-clad painter would say, there are no mistakes, just happy accidents. Okay, I've done how the command works. I just haven't quite mastered it. I'm gonna make sure it actually gave it to you this time, because I think there's a command in chat. Commands. Oh, I see. Okay, let's try it one more time. I think I used the wrong command loading. Oh, there it goes. It worked! There we go. Also loading. Why bonk? Why bonk me? Have I not been a good boss? I tried to be a good boss. I checked for it. Well, it looks like it worked. So that means the other ones are also working by that by that logic. But yes, it seems it is working. Which is good, because if it weren't, I was going to be quite frustrated. You know what? Consider that a freebie loading. I think you might have already been at the shares. They're both working. Woo! I just need to get a screen up. And I just need to get something to show on screen when that happens. But like I said, for those of us on Twitch, do not worry. Other than maybe some help with how the commands work, there will be nothing on YouTube that will not be available on Twitch as well. Only reason I haven't even done combined chat is just because Twitch no like it. those fellows. But that's just my. But yeah, I'm not expecting to get views on this much, because to me it's like, this is literally just mostly me yammering on about stuff and then just testing things. Which it seems like we finally got that worked out. Draw another wheel. I'm drawing like the base of an office chair. Also, I saw a very interesting web animation series recently. Anyone in the audience heard of Big Top Burger? I learned about it recently. It's odd. But I do know it's on YouTube, so. Once I'm done with this, all I have to draw is the backdrop, which may or may not be able to work to draw. Probably not near as hard as drawing hands, though. Gonna have a little sip of my drink. Circle and then
Thank you for your contribution to Corvid Communications Incorporated.
Sky Parama, thank you for the daily sacrifice. How have you been? I hope you have been well. We're just kind of chilling. I'm drawing things and also learning that it may in fact eventually be possible for me to stream my while I am drawing on screen, which is something I want to do because I imagine, considering what I'm doing is drawing, it's not the most interesting thing to watch. Hearing about me being like, yeah, you hello here. Yeah, no, I completely understand. Life gets busy, and it is frustrating at times. Yeah, turns out I just need an adapter, and I can actually probably use my current capture card for it. Because, I recently had to relearn how to use that just because I hadn't streamed on from my Switch in a while. And Baby Cawthorn is in bed, but I'm keeping an eye on him using the baby monitor because he had a piece of French pizza that he would not let go of. But yeah, I'm hoping everything works out in that regard, just because I would like to actually show off what I'm drawing. I mean, I still might have this going in the background, but it won't be like all that's taking up my screen. What's he doing? coloring in office chair wheels. By the way, the wheels on a computer chair, they're called casters. And my workplace tends to replace those with rollerblade wheels because they don't break apart as easily. Also, I can see one lag. Absurd. Oh, I never restarted my timer. Oh, we found a friend. Oh my gosh, it's a noodle cat. Oh wait, no, that's a red panda. It's adorable. Cat suit up. Cat suit. Oh, actually, that reminds me. I've got some new emotes. I've done some rearranging of that. So, including the ones that are free. So, if you want to take a look at those, feel free to go ahead in the chat on the Twitch side of things. Alright, for some reason, the spirit text is not opening. That is most concerning. Yes, exactly. I added a Wheeze emote. I redid the Caw emote. I made one for raid. I had one already for raids, and I also made the Poggers one free because those are a lot more of the redeems in the style of the redeems I found get redeemed more often. Because the stabby one that loading made me was very much used a lot. But yeah, also, recently I've taken to dual streaming on both YouTube and Twitch as well, so these streams are also a bit... Yeah, it's... Loading made it. It is my personal favorite because given that I am supposed to be an eldritch horror, it kind of makes sense for me to have a stabby one, especially with this little skin on me. Because after all, in the lore, Corvus Communications is most certainly not a cult to an eldritch deity known as the Mother of Crows. Perish the thought. It's a perfectly normal internet service provider / broadcasting company. Sorry, I was having a moment. I had the sillies. I had to release them. Okay. There. Alright, I can probably link all these together now because most of them are doing this shading. Some shady stuff. But yeah, like I was saying, has anyone here heard of Big Top Burger? I saw it on my TikTok feed not too long ago, and I am intrigued. One. No, it's because I'm kind of getting up in the middle of the night lately. I love Big Top Burger. I have... But yeah, it came across my TikTok feed recently. I decided to watch the series since it's only like 30 minutes long. It's funny. It's very, very funny. It's very silly. I greatly enjoy it. Hey. I do not know. Wanting out, probably. Plotting a prison break. No, he is not. I am not meaning to open the decor section, but since we have no more people to redo, let's go ahead and take it to the desk and set me to drawing, since drawing is what I am doing. But yeah, so far I think my favorite character in the series are Steve and Cesare, which, considering they're like the main hero and so far biggest bad guys in that series, no, duh. But oh, I'm talking about what the new series is. You are my favorite. No, I figured out how to do it, but I'd need an adapter to do that. But I could use the capture card I have from my, basically something to link this so that I can take an HDMI input. What? I'm not gonna buy it right now. I know we're working on moving. I was just looking it up to see what I need. Whoop. Right. I know. We need to pick up some rice paper for summer rolls. Yeah, that too. Yeah, so I was picking up some ingredients from the... Okay. Right. Okay. Love you. I will. Okay. That was Mrs. Cawthorn. She says hi, by the way. We need to get her on screen again soon, but it's kind of hard to do that when Baby Cawthorn's around because he needs supervision. That. I love this movie. But yeah, I'd say Big Top Burger is pretty great. I've enjoyed it. Also, if you actually want to give that series a watch yourself, it's like maybe 30 minutes long at most. Alright, now just to draw the spokes for the window. But yeah, seasons is playing it loose. I'm assuming it refers to seasons as in how long it takes to make, less so about the length of the episodes. Because like I said, first season's like maybe 10 minutes, second season's like 20. Though apparently there's a movie which I have not seen or heard of. Oh. There we are. That going. Get that one there. Also, this is a drawing I'm probably gonna post as soon as it's done. Just because I have actually been working on this for a long, long time. Like a matter of months. And the only reason I haven't even finished it is just because, like, didn't have the drive, didn't have the power. Didn't have the just the drive to work on it. I personally suspect I am some flavor of neurodivergent. Specifically, what I have no idea, though I have some suspicions. And the other reason I haven't gotten diagnosed is, well, certain extenuating factors, some of which being insurance administered, and the other reason being certain people in office. Okay, got those window spokes all drawn. Good. Just need to color them in. It's dark. Lit. Coloring in the window frame so that it can look like a spooky outline. Also, I hear, okay, can someone explain to me who JoJo Siwa is? I swear I didn't hear about her until, like, the last couple of years, but suddenly she's doing song covers and her voice sounds like, I mean, normally you kind of ask, what were you thinking? But, I mean, she kind of sounds like she has been smoking. Actually, there is a reason I'm asking, and it's because, like, I heard her name a couple years ago, and then suddenly she's on my TikTok feed with a cover of an old 80s song. And I'll be honest, she kind of sounds like she's done quite a bit of smoking, because her voice sounds... She sounded like me when the first time I had COVID, where my voice was very, very raspy, which, I don't know if it was long before I got streaming, but that's why. She was like a Nickelodeon star that was starred on Dance Moms. Oh, I see. I see. Thank you for elaborating. I was just kind of wondering because it's like, hmm? Yeah. Yep. Okay. She kind of has people mad at her because she branded herself as lesbian, cheating on her partner in her life and inserting. Okay. I was just asking about JoJo Siwa, who the heck he was. Okay. Odd. I mean, she could be bi, but, I mean, that's not really something I'm interested in. Yes, damn it. Alright. Yep. Gotcha. Alright. But yeah, we're coloring in a window frame. I mean, if I'm working at the pace I'm working now, I actually might be able to finish this by the time stream's up. I can post it right after. But yeah, I know usually I kind of use these for writing, but today I was just like, I have a drawing bug. I have a drawing I want to work on. That is true. Like, literally the whole point of these horrific hangout streams is kind of to chat and just kind of work on things that I don't always get time to work on because of. I mentioned this already, but for those of you who weren't here, or maybe new to the segment, she's weird. People aren't super mad about that, but she kind of how she worded, like, she. Okay, I kind of get it, but also, like, celebrities aren't necessarily allowed to, especially if they're children, allowed to explore who they are as people as much as an average teenager or child would. But yeah, I would prefer if you avoid using the word queer, because I don't know if that is offensive, but I think it might be. So just kind of a warning. Yeah, just bad time. Okay. Gotcha. Alright. But yeah, I'll have to do some research on. Actually, I'm going to do that next. Okay. 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 No idea how she identifies it. Okay. Okay, yeah. That's kind of one of my things. I'm like, I don't know, so I'm just gonna say probably at least avoid it, just because better safe than sorry. But like I said, regardless of what your sexual orientation is, you're definitely welcome in this channel. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Just like, I kind of get why that may have happened, because again, child actors especially don't necessarily get to explore their identities like like an actor that, say, entered as an adult into show business. So that's more like, that's kind of neither here nor there. And like I said, given the fact that I myself am not really, other than being an ally, I don't think, other than maybe having some asexual leanings, is part of the LGBTQIA plus community. But yeah, I don't think I really have any room to comment personally. Alright, let's get back to it, shall we? I think we shall. Also, we don't need the interface on anymore. Because again, we have no more unsolved spirits. Also, I will say this, I am really excited for the Spirit Express DLC expansion for this, because it looks interesting, and I was literally finding out about it while I was setting up the stream today. So, funsies. Yeah, no worries. I appreciate it just because, like I said, I had I had like heard the name JoJo Siwa like once or twice in like the past couple of years. Before then, I had no idea who she was. And like I said, I mean, I'm sure some people like her music. I personally don't like her, how her voice sounds to me. I find it unpleasant. Like, I have an aunt whose voice sounds that same degree of raspy, but that aunt is a fitness instructor. Like, she literally just, like, tore up her vocal cords just because she was having to talk so loud over, like, thumping gym music. Because she taught classes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, some people may like her music. It's not my thing. But also, as a person who's admittedly more leaning towards rock, metal, and ambient music, that's probably not surprising. Though, to be fair, I will listen to a little bit of everything, just I have a bit of a distaste for most modern pop music. She's known for dancing. Her singing has never been particularly good. She, until a little bit ago, targeted. Right, right. I got that part of it. But yeah, let's go ahead and shift topics. But yeah, when it comes to like people's preferences for like movies, musicians to play it, to me, it's like, you know what? I don't really care all that much. Like, I like what I like, you like what you like, but it's like, I just acknowledge that's not my thing. It's kind of like me in movies. Like, I can appreciate a good film, but I also acknowledge that because of how my brain works, I cannot appreciate films the same way my wife can. And part of that's just because, like me, I'm very much I. It's hard not to look at things with a critical eye when you make content and write yourself for fun, but it's kind of the consequence of that. But anyway, like I was saying, just film is not really an art form I can appreciate the way my wife can, but also video games, she can't appreciate video games the same way I can. Like, for me, I need to be able to, like, actively engage with my entertainment sources, otherwise I'm just not, like, I lose interest. I get bored. It's like at the when I'm watching a movie, I need to have something to do with my hands. Otherwise, I will not be able to focus on the film. Which is really funny because I actually saw Event Horizon last week for the first time because we rented it from my local library. Oh, looks like we're on a break. And it's a 15-minute break, and we're running out of time as it is, so I might just find us someone to raid real fast while we're waiting. Also, I may need to focus my camera a little bit, because I noticed I'm losing track a little bit more frequently than usual. Maybe if I just place it a little bit. Oh! That did it! I just need to have my camera a bit further away from my face! Lesson learned. Very important lesson learned. Who to send off to today? I think I'll send you to, is it Manja or Monha? Monha VR. I'll have that queued up so we can raid out as soon as I'm done for the day. But I've also been seeing a lot of other games that have been coming out that are very interesting recently. Let's see what they are. Fast. Let's get Steam up there. Spirit. see. Oh. When was this announced? This was announced so this was just announced today. Interesting. I'll be able to just get on a little train car and transport? That's fun. That's very fun. Its release date is 2025, so that's coming out this year. Might pick it up for myself if I have a little bit of extra cash after the move takes place. Vending token. What's that? Cozy kiosk. Build a vending machine empire. It's cozy items. Interesting. But yeah, I've been getting some interesting horror games on my feed lately. Some of them have been sent to me because of friends. Loading, you know who you are. And there's Light Spire, which looks like a... Then there's a few free-to-plays that I've been seeing. And then there's Terror at Oakheart, which looks to be a sort of a platforming game that's reminiscent of slasher horror films, which I had not heard of until recently. Very, very recently. And then there's a extraction game that looks like it's called Anomaly Protocol. And then there's Curse of the Dead Gods. Iron Lung's an old one, that's not new. Let's see. Then there's Blood Diapers. Look Outside's one I've heard of from, who was I watching? Was it Fish? No, it wasn't Fish. Oh, Mishimoli, I think it was. She's a snail VTuber. And then, of course, I've got the Yakuza series on. And then there's even a few less horror games on my list that have been fun. Oh, Home Safety Hotline. That's another one that I've been hearing about recently. Oh, and this one was actually a comment on another VOD. It was called Bolt Bot Screwy Viruses. It's a 3D platforming style game, and it's sort of like Banjo-Kazooie, which we will get back to eventually, because I actually want to finish that one now. Though, that might wait until after Alan Wake is done. Yeah, I should really get to looking through some of my stuff sometimes, just to give myself a little more variety in my darkness. It's really fun. Home Safety? Oh, I believe you. I think I've seen Wildosis play it. Speaking of, if you're not following Wildosis, he is the avatar of fear. Literally fear personified. Go follow him. I'm just going to go ahead and set the queue for the person we're going to be raiding out to here in a moment. Okay. It also feels like a job. Well, that makes it perfect for this stream, don't it? I mean, we are in the business of doing business after all. Alright, so, I'm going to go over some announcements. We are going to be playing Yakuza 0. Oh, Joanna Blackheart, thank you for the sacrifice.
Communications Incorporated.
Oh, also, for those of you who are new, who did not learn this before, I have added a little redeem for when you do the daily sacrifice. I'm probably also going to get that going for YouTube as well. That way that can also work for that. But yeah, this was a sort of a project stream. We're just kind of chilling. We're kind of nearing the end. But we talked about a few subjects like projects I'm working on, toddler care because baby Cawthorn was being a little bit of a menace. And apparently JoJo Siwa is in the news again. Or at least on my TikTok feed again. And we also talked about games that are coming up that seem interesting. It's been very, very fun for us today. Alright, but as I was going over the announcements, Tuesday, we are playing Yakuza 0. We're going to get to the bottom of the Tachibana Real Estate Group. Friday, we're going to be playing Whispers of Cthulhu and trying to rid the isles that we are claiming for our tentacly overlord from the yellow grip of Hestia. So that's going to be fun. But I think there may be some stuff going on later. Possibly soon. I don't know when, but I will announce them as we learn more. So, thank you everyone for watching. I'm going to send you to Monya. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I'm going to send you their way today. So, thank you everyone for watching. And as always, here at Corvid Communications, we won't leave you eating crow. Have a wonderful evening.